Hello and welcome back to Talking Comics. As always, I'll suggest a comic today, give you the basic details about the story and the stuff I like about it. So basically, the main story in Jim Starlin's run on Adam Warlock is Adam feels lost. After trying out a bunch of stuff, he doesn't know exactly what he wants to do besides try and help people. But as he does that, he begins to learn about basically a cult. And as he learns more and more about this cult, he ends up finding that the person running it is himself. Himself from the future, aka being called Magus. Now, this causes a massive dilemma. Can you stop the future? Can you fight against your own self and stop yourself from becoming something so drastically evil? Now, this cult is referred to as the Universal Church of Truth. Now, they've not been adapted into film from my knowledge, but they did have a small adaptation in the video game of Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, in the comics, their main goal is to kind of cause as much havoc and chaos as they can, and if anyone goes against the church's word, they'll attack them, and if they look different or are not humanoid enough, they'll kill them. It's a very clear message on some of the negativity with religion and how that some religions can cause damage to innocent people. And basically the comic becomes this massive cosmic adventure while also being this eternal struggle for Adam, who doesn't know how he could become something so horrible and wants to stop it, but he doesn't know if him trying to do that will end up leading to him becoming Magnus. This comic also features characters such as Gamora and sets up her dynamic with Adam. Same with Thanos and many other characters. Now, the actual art in the comic is really good. It's very much from that time era, but it's very trippy and strange at times with some very interesting visuals, like certain weird alien creatures and so on, and clowns. If you read the comic, the clowns make sense. Magnus is a really fun, entertaining villain who's wanting to try and tempt Adam to become him, so that his future still exists. And it just leads to more eternal conflict with Adam, and it's just a really entertaining dynamic. The comic definitely shows its age in some of its writing, but that is to be expected from a comic that came out in the 70s. Now, obviously, if you would rather read something more modern, there is already more modern appearances of Adam. This comic, and probably many more Adam stories, is also the big inspiration for Adam Warlock in Marvel Rivals, with him being more of a space Jesus, as many people call him. Now, this wasn't super in the movies. They didn't really do that much with him being this space Jesus-like figure, but in the game they clearly decided they wanted to do that more. Also in this comic, Adam has the soul gem. Now, this gem is permanently attached to his head, but in the comic, it basically acts like a vampire thing. It basically tries to steal souls from people and trap them in the soul gem. Now, this is just another thing what adds to Adam's dilemma of seeing himself as this evil thing and that he can't escape his future. It's a very fun thing what adds even more to the whole dilemma of the comic. Also, like I said, this comic is very trippy at times, possibly because of the writer using some drugs in the process, but I won't say if that's true or not. But at times the comics visuals can be very strange and very mad at times, but personally I really like that. It adds this kind of weirdness to space. This idea that space is this thing that goes on forever, and seemingly it does. It makes sense that there'd be some very strange and mad things in it, aka Adam fights a space shark thing in it. Read the comic and you'll find out how that goes. Overall, Adam Warlock by Jim Starlin is just a really good story, and a very mad one at that, but a very entertaining story about a character questioning his purpose and what is he meant to do for the future. Now, personally, I feel like you could read these comics first. Now, there's comics before this what sets up more of the Space Jesus stuff, but this comic does explain what happened before, so I do think if you're really wanting to read this as your first Adam Warlock story, you can, but that's very much up to you if you want to do that. That's all. Thank you for watching. If you want to know more about other comics and other characters, I've done a couple of videos now on comic characters and plan to do many more. So if you're interested in that, you can subscribe. If you want, you can like the video or even dislike it. But yeah, that's all, and goodbye.